Hello YouTube. So welcome to my first video on this channel. Don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I haven't really planned it out that well, but at least I know the topic is going to be my project car and what this YouTube channel is all starting off, which is this lovely multicolored car behind me, which is a 2001 Toyota MR2. Now, I'll probably just talk through what this project's all about, what I'm looking to do to it, and maybe show you what the state that the car is currently in, and I guess we'll go from there. Alright, let's start from the front, and the wind sort of just picked up, so hopefully you guys can hear me nice and clearly. But as you can see, as I said, 2001 Toyota MR2, it's not in the best state. So let's start from the front and go backwards. As you can see, the previous owner wasn't taking the best care of this thing. I mean, we've got faded lights at the front here. The bonnet's a bit faded. There was a little sticker here, similar to this one, which was covering this portion that I've now got taped up here, which was unfortunately hiding a hole that they drilled in the bonnet. I don't know why there's a hole there. I mean, what could you really put there? I mean, a pin in the bonnet, there's nothing to pin it to. So I'm not really too sure what was going on with that. Maybe the plan to fix this is either we just sort of patch it up and then put a little lick of paint over it and then polish the rest. As you can see, like the majority of the car, this paint here is pretty faded, just like the headlights, which are nice and faded and yellow at the moment. And yeah, we could do that. We could paint it a bit and cover this hole, or maybe replace it with a full carbon fiber bonnet. I'm not exactly sure. The aim of this project is to create something a bit racy, a bit fun for the track, and yeah, not blow the budget completely. I mean, obviously we do have to paint a few elements on this car. For example, quite obviously this front bumper, which has collected a few cobwebs and whatnot over the period of time that's been sitting here at the shop. So obviously something happened and they had to pull the previous bumper off and paint it red. Or maybe they just painted it red because they look cool. They thought it looked cool. I don't know. They also sort of got a bit of overspray, as you can see on the grille, which I want to sort of fix up because it looks a bit disgusting. But yeah, so that's the front portion of the car. And as we go through to the side, we've got some pretty rank looking wheels, which have also collected some cobwebs. So we've got 17-inch rims. So the plan here is obviously to replace the rims, get a bit of better braking performance out of this as well. The aim is also to keep the car nice and lightweight, which is what these are all about. And then as we come down here to the side, again, we'll enjoy some more faded paint, which hopefully we can sort of polish out. I don't really particularly want to repaint the whole car. Maybe I'll, if there's nothing we can do about it, maybe I'll just wrap it in black or something simple like that. A few little more cosmetic bits and pieces here, such as the wipers, very easy fix. And then as we go on to probably one of the more annoying parts of this car is the roof, which has a few holes in it, which, you know, we've just done a little temporary fix at the moment and chucked a bit of plastic in the side so it doesn't leak into the cabin. A leak from this side is potentially pretty dangerous and annoying, considering this goes into a part of the back of the car here, which then comes down inside where the ECU sits, just inside. And if there's a lot of water that pulls up there and doesn't drain because it's blocked or whatnot, then you could completely destroy the electricals or the ECU. You'll notice throughout the car there's a few interesting badges. I think this is probably the most out of place one, but we've got a little MR2 piece here, which I'm not too fond of, so I'll probably debadge that. Again, more cobwebs on the scoop. I think there is, I don't know if it's a C1 or what type of scoop it's called, but I probably can't get an original anyway. But a scoop that sort of comes over and covers this and then scoops the air in, maybe in carbon or whatnot. I think that looks a little bit more sporty. And then we come around to the back where the previous owner has done another questionable and strange mod and put this sort of mesh grille here, just covering these holes, which I don't really like, so probably be looking at removing that. And again, we've got at least the front and rear bumpers are matching, so we've got red in the front and red in the back. Now this one, probably a little bit more work to fix it and get it looking a bit nicer, as there's some spider cracks. I think I had the panel beater up the road look at it recently, and he said that it's probably been painted over the black bumper and it's just, yeah, got to be stripped and painted again. There's a pretty dodgy mounting point that they've utilized here by just chucking a screw in there to marry the bumper up to the body, which I'll get the panel beater to fix. So this is the pre-facelift grille. I don't really like it. I'll probably upgrade that to the facelift one. It looks a bit sportier. I discovered the other day that this part here has no mesh in it. It didn't come with the car when I purchased the car because the actual latch inside the car that opens this rear boot is broken. So you have to pull the cord from in there to get it open, which is a bit dodgy, but it is what it is. Like I said with the front bonnet, the rear bonnet, same sort of thing. Either I just polish it up and make it look a bit more neat, or maybe I'll replace it with a carbon fiber rear lid as well. I'm not too sure how much they go for. Like I said, with this build, I don't want to blow the budget too crazy. Just a nice balance of everything. Now, as we come along this side, you'll start noticing the same theme of everything I talked about on the other side. So on the antenna, we've got some beautiful cobwebs, which are just gathering nicely as we wait for the build to commence. Again, we've plugged this side with some plastic. The roof's in pretty poor state, so I'm going to definitely have to replace that either with a soft top or a hard top. Not too sure yet. And then, yeah, so same sort of thing, cobwebs, whatnot, and yeah, that's the car. Whether or not I try and fix this engine and gearbox, because the gearbox is currently stuck in neutral and it won't move into gear at all, I'll decide whether I want to fix that or swap it into something a bit more potent, like a K20 or a K24 or something like that. I'm not too sure. I know that those are pretty fun to engine swap these into, as you know, lightweight with a bit of power, around 200 horsepower is, you know, it's a bit of a machine. I mean, it's obviously not, we're not looking at GTR levels of power, but you know, it's something to move it around. And 200 horsepower around, you know, 1100 kilos, that's a pretty, you know, good amount of fun that you can have. And it's also something where I can learn that's not too intimidating, become a better driver before I decide to get into something a bit more serious and actually determine if I really enjoy this stuff or not. I mean, I love driving cars on the road, and you know, I've owned a couple cars here and there that have been fun, but I've never really ventured onto the racetrack. Let's just introduce you quickly to the squad that I don't know if they're too interested in actually doing it, but I've sort of requested that they do and get involved, as I've worked on other cars of mine in the past. But here we've got, I don't think they want to be filmed, but we've got our good friend here, Arthur. This is a good mate, also my gym buddy. And then we've also got probably the better mechanic over here, Mark.
Hello.
Now, Mark, do you want to tell us, how close are we to starting the build?
We're a week closer than last week, you asked me.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought he was going to say.
And we are getting closer.
All right, perfect. So that's my first video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like, if you're interested in this sort of stuff. Hopefully I really enjoy this, and this isn't the only car I do on the channel. It sort of, you know, becomes a thing where I roll each car into the next car, and we get a bit of a thing happening. And yeah, subscribe, that'd be great. I'd be really surprised and happy if I can get 10 subscribers. So yeah, share it around, and thanks for watching. Cheers.